All right, everyone. So today we're going to do a little overview of the things that have come out recently that you may want to consider adding, new features that you may want to consider adding to your summon service. Again, I'm Heidi Thompson. I'm a customer success manager here at Ex Libris. And I'm going to advance my slides if I can. Here we go. Okay, so today we're going to do a short introduction to customer success. We're going to talk about the print and ebook filter, Un-Paywall PDF links, proxying the DOI in the preview in Summon, Spring Share integrations that we added. And then I'm going to talk a little bit about best practice documentation that we have for you available in the Knowledge Center. All right, so I'm going to start out with a little short introduction about what the customer success team does and who we are. So we are here to help you with understanding the products that you're subscribed to better, helping you with knowing how to make them work for your local needs. So we like to listen to you about what it is that you're trying to accomplish and what your goals are at your library, and help you to mold your products into the types of services that will help you meet your goals. And then we want to make sure that you enjoy working with your services and with the Ex Libris team in general. So the ways that we accomplish those goals is by listening to you. So we do schedule meetings with folks who are interested in speaking with us. We're also here to share information with you and best practices. And sometimes that actually means connecting you with other folks across the organization who are better able to answer any questions that you might have or concerns that you may have. And we're really here to work alongside you to make sure that you understand how things work and that you feel like you're getting the value out of your services that you're putting into them. All right, go ahead. So today I'm going to be moving sort of back and forth between this PowerPoint presentation and actually demoing these features for you in the Summon user interface, and then also looking at the Summon administration console to see where you activate these different new features. So the first thing I'm going to talk about is one that I know folks have been asking for a very long time, and that is the ability that we added in August of this year to separate out and filter by print and ebooks in the Summon user interface. I'm going to start off by showing you how you turn this on, because it is a two-step process, and so it's a little unusual. It's a little different than what we normally do. So you're going to go into the Summon administration console, and again, that's located from within the Client Center or in Toda, and then you click on the link out to the Summon administration console. And it's under Refine Your Search. So when you initially land here in the admin console, you're going to be on the Settings tab. You're going to go to Refine Your Search, and there are two settings that need to be activated. The first thing that you need to do is turn on the physical books back-end processing. So you'll click the On radio button and click Save Settings. And then you're going to wait. We actually have to run a process on all of your records in the index. And so it takes about a week for this to actually run all the way through. But what this does is it doesn't change anything in the Summon user interface. It just allows for the backend processing to take place. Now, unfortunately, you're not going to get any kind of notification once this is actually available, once the backend processing is completed. And so my recommendation would be to, at this point, once you've activated it in the live environment, wait a week, like I said, and then go into the preview environment. Oh, of course. I logged myself in a little while ago. Can you tell? I'm going to log back into the Client Center. Hold on just a second. So this happens to me sometimes. It's because I was trying to be prepared, but I was a little too prepared. So I'll walk you through how to get to the Summon administration console in case you don't know. So this is from the Client Center, obviously. So you're going to click on the administration console. All right, here we are. So once you, add the backend processing under Refine Your Search, you can go into the preview environment, and then you can update it there as well. And then once the backend processing has taken place, so again, wait a week. And then what you'll be able to do is activate the physical book filter in preview and it takes about 10 minutes for that to actually start appearing in your preview environment. And just so that you know, in order to access the preview environment for Summon, you just go to your regular Summon URL, and in between, your Summon shortcode and the word Summon, enter in the word preview with a dot. So in this case, we're looking at the University of Wyoming's Summon. You just enter in preview, and then this takes you to the preview environment where you can see all the changes that you've made in the preview environment in the admin console. So you can tell that this is the preview environment because it's got this red message down here. Preview is not a production site. All right. So you can test it there. And then if you're seeing the filter and the filter has items in it, so if you can actually filter by items in preview, then you can come back into the live environment and activate it in the live environment as well. This is the first time we've done an activation that's like this. And so I want to be really clear about how it's activated because it's different. And if you activate the backend processing and the filters at the same time, what will happen is during the process of the backend processing, the filters will still appear in the Summon user interface, but they won't have anything in them. And so it will seem like they don't work. Okay, now I'm going to show you what it looks like in Summon. Or I will as soon as, here, hold on. Let me just go here. There we go. Okay, so you can see that the physical books in library catalog is available here. I'm going to go ahead and click on this. Hopefully the backend processing has worked. It has, excellent. So you can see that we can filter by physical books in the library catalog. And this is based on content type. So this is based on your catalog record content types that have been submitted to us. Doing the physical book in library catalog filter will also, in preview first, will also help you to see if there are any issues that you can immediately see upon activating the feature. Like I said, many people have requested this, so we're really happy to be able to provide it to you. All right, I'm going to go back over here. So again, I've included instructions on how to activate the feature in the PowerPoint presentation. And here's what it should look like once you've actually activated the feature and the filters are available in Refine Your Search. Next, we're going to talk about Un-Paywall Pdfs. This feature was released way back in November of 2019, but I think it's a really awesome new feature, and I wanted to highlight it during our presentation today. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And I'm sorry if I'm not in presentation mode, but I guess I can go there. Okay, so this basically what this does is it adds links directly to the PDF in the Summon user interface in the results for articles with corresponding content available on the Un-Paywall platform. And if you want to read more about what Un-Paywall is, you can go ahead and click on this link and it will take you through to Un-Paywall where you can read more about what it is. But basically, it is a platform that is dedicated to providing access to free articles, PDFs of articles. And I will go ahead and show you how to activate the feature. But I want to let you know, right now, the Un-Paywall PDF feature isn't tied to the open access filter, but this is something that we do plan on updating at some point. I think maybe in the next year or so. I will ask Brent, or I would ask Brent. But we do have plans of sort of tying the Un-Paywall PDFs to the open access filter so that when folks filter by open access content, they'll get all of the content that is available on Un-Paywall, as well as all of the content in the Summon index that is flagged as being open access. Okay, so I'm going to go back over here to my admin console, and the Un-Paywall PDF is located underneath the search results. So you just display Un-Paywall PDFs on, and then again, click Save Settings. I always sometimes forget to click Save Settings, and then I wait like 10 or 15 minutes and nothing happens in the UI, and I'm always confused. But again, one thing that I want to highlight is the fact that it is possible to update the tag title. By default, it just says PDF, but you can see here that we actually in our demo profile have updated it to say direct link to PDF. And I just want to show you that you are capable of updating the wording on that particular link in the translations area of the admin console. So if you just look up PDF in the filter, you can see that we've added a translation that says direct link to PDF for this particular link. You can update all of the strings in the Summon user interface, or at least the majority of the strings in the Summon user interface, and you can find them by searching for whatever the default text is, and then it will filter down to just those things. And then you can update that however you would like. And okay, so again, here's an example of what it looks like, and here's information about how you can update it using the translations page in the admin console. And if anyone has any questions, just feel free to send those in to this chat. Next, I'm going to talk about the fact that we added in the ability to activate proxying on the DOI from your preview pane in the Summon user interface, the results page. This was released in May of this year. And you can see here, I've given a little example of what the DOI looks like. And if you hover over it, once this feature is activated, you would be able to see that your proxy has been applied to the DOI link. I can't demo this one because we don't have a proxy in our demo profile, so it's not been activated, but I can show you where it is in the Summon admin console, so I'll go ahead and do that. Okay, so back to settings. And then I believe it is, yeah, proxy DOI links enabled. And actually this is on by default. So if you want to turn it off, you would come in here and then slide over the bar here and then select off and then click saved settings. Usually folks want it on because that way when you click on the DOI link, you're sent to the provider that you've like, purchased the item from, rather than just to whoever the DOI service wants to send you to. All right. And let's see. Okay. Next, we have two SpringShare integrations. We have Lib Answers and the A to Z list. First, I'm going to talk about Lib Answers. Again, this one is one that I can't really demo for you because we haven't set it up in the demo profile, but I can talk to you about it. This was released in December of last year. It's two nice integrations that we do with SpringShare if you subscribe to that service. This particular integration harvests your Lib Answer FAQs into the Best Bets feature on the Summon results page, which reduces the work for you when creating best bets. So if you've created a bunch of Lib Answer FAQs, you can just go ahead and those would also be good candidates for best bets. You can go ahead and activate this feature and it will go ahead and harvest directly from your SpringShare Lib Answers service into the Summon Best Bets area. I've included a little short video on how the feature works and how to activate it, but I'm going to go ahead and show you where you can find it in the Summon admin console. So it's in kind of a weird spot, as far as I'm concerned. It's under Recommender. And then we'll just wait for this to load. And then SpringShare here. And it's this top form that you would fill out. You can enter in your API URL, you enter in your client ID, and then your secret key. And you can test your credentials to make sure that they work. And then once you enter in that information, you can go ahead and harvest Lib Answers, and you can save your credentials if you'd like. What this will do is it will import all of the Lib Answers it finds into your Best Bets area. And then what it will do is it will add, based on the text in the Lib Answer, it will add tags of what it thinks is appropriate tags. So you may need to do a little bit of cleanup on it once you load the Lib Answers, but it significantly reduces your work when it comes to creating these best bets. And then I'm going to talk about the Lib. So this is where you enter in, again, the Lib Answers area. And I would just kind of walk through what it is that you need to do. And then the A to Z database list I can demo for you, which is nice because I found a customer who is integrated with it and it works really beautifully. So this feature was released in December of 2020, and this integration adds a search box to the right-hand pane in Summon that pulls the search term that you've entered into the box and allows your users to search through your SpringShare A to Z database list. I've also included a video on the feature, and this video again talks about how to activate it. But I'll just go ahead and show it to you in the University of Wyoming's profile. So it's this over here, this database finder. This is the integration with SpringShare. And I think it works beautifully. It presents a nice list of databases based on the text that's been entered. Some of them are not necessarily related, but it looks like the top ones definitely are, so that's nice. And then again, the way that you integrate this is through the SpringShare integration area, and it's this downstairs area right here. And what's nice is once you've actually integrated it, once you've entered your API URL, your client ID, and all of that, then you can actually test it using this A to Z database search tester, which is nice, so you can ensure that it's working as expected before you actually make it live to your users. And that was the last thing that I wanted to talk about in terms of new features that have come out that you may be interested in activating in your Summon service. Lastly, I wanted to just point you towards the Summon release notes that are available in the Knowledge Center. And these go all the way back, I think, to like 2016. So it's a really great way for you to see the things that have come out, the new features and updates that we've made to the Summon service over the years. And this also includes links out to other documentation that we have about these new features, as well as information about how to activate the new features. And at the top of that page, here, we'll click through to it. You can also see a link out to the Summon roadmap, which is a really great way of, you can connect to the listserv, link out to the ideas exchange. It's a really great way for you to see the things that we've done and to get an idea for what it is that is happening in our service, in case you forgot anything. And then I also wanted to link out folks to, or encourage you to sign up for the November 11th What's New with Summon presentation that Brent is going to give, where he's going to discuss the new Summon UI that's coming out in December, as well as other new features that will be coming out at the end of this year. So again, directly from here, you can just click on the link and it will take you to the area where you can click through to our registration area to access previous recordings, as well as register for Brent's session. So again, it is on November 11th. What's New with Summon? We have a couple that are happening on that day, so you can sign up for the one that works best for you. These are all in Pacific time, I think, because I live on the West Coast. And finally, I wanted to talk to you a little bit about new best practice toolkits that the customer success team has rolled out for you. They are available in the Knowledge Center. Under Summon, and then right at the very top, there's a section, there's a tile that says Best Practices and How-Tos English. And you can click on it. You can click here, actually. This is a link out to it as well. You want to select English. We have both English and Chinese versions of the Best Practices and How-Tos. But we have actually updated this area. We have split the sections into two concentrations. We have split it into discovery optimization and library recommendations. And then we created a new area of the best practice toolkits that is just about teaching Summon to your patrons. And the goal of the teaching Summon to your patrons area is to make it easier for you to create documentation that you can use internally, or well, actually not internally, you can use externally to your patrons in order to help them understand the different concepts of Summon and the different features that are available in the Summon user interface. So one of the things that we include is a feature description for patrons that I created, which basically talks about all of the different features that are available in the Summon user interface, or most of the major ones. and why a user might want to activate those different features. So I try to break down the concepts into terms that a patron could understand. And I try to avoid as much as I can library jargon. And then also we have a teaching summon to patrons and students classroom activities answer. That is just a list of the different classroom activities that you can use to, once again, like I said, teach the concepts of discovery to your patrons to help them understand why they might want to use summon as opposed to, hunting and pecking or using, other services that don't provide the user direct access to the content that you have selected for them. And then that is all that I have. Do folks have questions?